For those who not, we're located right on the border with France, but as you all know, the border to France is closed at the moment, what we regret very much. And so it is even more important that we show that cooperation can also take place in spirit and virtually, even if we cannot meet in person at the moment. And when Marc came up with the idea to organize a hackathon was 2 weeks ago, when all this Corona issue started, I was really immediately enthusiastic, but I hardly had any idea how that could work. And all the more, I'm very happy today, and I'm very excited about your results. And but before we start, I would really like to thank JC from Alsace Digital and the whole organization Alsace Digital, really from the bottom of my heart for supporting that project so much. And when I told JC this 2 weeks ago about the idea to make a hackathon at home, his spontaneous reaction was when Germans want to do some kind of a project spontaneously, can that work? That sounds a little bit strange, and I'm sure it will work, and I'm sure that you all will prove how that work. And yeah, really thanks for that. And I'm really excited about the next weeks and about the things we can do together. And thanks. And now it's up to you, JC.
Okay. I may have some issues about the slide. Are the slides okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hackathon at home, yeah, it's just a dream coming true. It's our way on the third line. That's what we say in France. It's our way on the third line to try to help our community. And just as Florian said, on the French side, we also got crazy as they closed the border. No possibility to go to the M to buy beer. That was just a big issue for us. No, not only for the daily, because of the education of our children, the whole border crossing problems were just a major issue for us. Maybe not for all Europe, but for us it was a big problem. And that's why we wanted to make, out of all the initiatives in the world, all the initiatives also locally trying to struggle against Corona, our specific issue is how we get border crossing during such complicated times. And we already did it. Around this video, we may have people from France and Germany, maybe fast some other countries, but that's already a big success to me and to the whole organization team, I think. And let's talk about the next steps. We try to prepare great events, a mix of inputs from mentors and from relaxing events, and that's the program of the kickoff of the first week. Let's say first 3 days, because as always for hackathon, the timing and the scheduling is very important, and it has to be intense. So even though the whole event is over 4 weeks, as you may or might have understand, the first week is crucial. So we'll have inputs, for example, by Cornelia Dahlheim from Future Impact. She'll get the word in a few minutes. I won't get through the whole program. You'll find it on the internet, hackathon.com, HackathonHome.com. Also in Atolia, we'll go to the tools later on. There are two kinds of events that you can see, inputs from mentors and also relaxing events. The inputs are always delivered via Google Meet, so means they will always be able on YouTube and recorded, just as this session. And the evening meetings were always streamed over Facebook Live. There are 3 kinds of events, at least for the first week. Maybe we'll build up some others. Tonight, we have a Facebook Live with DJ Oliver Sudo. A great moment, 2 hours of DJing over Facebook Live with our community that joined together tonight. Just after we clap our hand at 8 for all the people on the first line and second line. On Tuesday, the health hour, it's going to be sports with Marcel Doll. And on Wednesday, we have a meditation hour, the yoga with Véronique Campillo. I hope you are going to be a lot of people joining us for the relaxing events. If you cannot join for the inputs of the coach, just watch them on our YouTube. It's always more interesting to get online at the right time because you can ask questions with all these mentors, but they will also be available on Atolia afterwards. Have a regular look in the agenda in Atolia to be sure that you find the link for the Google Meet, even though on the general channel you always get on time the link to the video. What are we going to do after all these inputs and chilling and relaxing and sporty and great events? We start working. Some teams have already started working. The event is going over 4 weeks. On the 5th week, you get vote and presentation. The presentation, the organization over 4 weeks is not only because we think that the confinement will start to be long and will last 4 weeks. I hope it won't, but we have to get ready for the worst. Therefore, we want to organize it over 4 weeks because we think we need time. Everybody is in a rush all the time, all the year, and still education for the children, cooking, home office, and joining hackathons. So this will need time to find and to build up solutions. And every week you will have our music, health events, some other relaxing and get-togethers, but also project updates every week. Get ready for the next project update in a week on Wednesday in a week, Wednesday the 8th. As always, Google Meet, Facebook, always recording. Always have a look at Atolia. And now meet the great people. We didn't put any flags for nationality. We did not put any function, any organization. Everybody put so much energy in this project. Thank you very much. Thank you all the team. All who are right now available and on the channel and all the others that will join us on our orga meeting regularly. If you want to join the team, feel free to contact us. You'll find us on Atolia with the alias Orga, Mod, or Mentor to get in direct contact with us if you don't remember our name. And for me, I am Jean-Christophe Gay. The toolbox now, 2 main tools and Google Meet and Facebook Stream, as you heard. Atolia is the main platform. If you don't have connections to Atolia, please give a hand in the comments. It's very important that you have you log in on Atolia and you get used to the platform because it's a very simple platform, but specific as always. A platform that puts all functions of such a hackathon and project regulations in one. You have one-to-one interactions, group interactions, so it's kind of a big chat box. You can call for people just as a classical Slack. You can have a calendar that you share with only the people from your group. You share the calendar with all of us, and everybody can have his single calendar for his single targets. Knowledge pages are also there to put information about your project and updates. Just we'll give you the link to the tutorial. Go to our YouTube channel. You'll find an explanation from Stéphane Chotard from Atolia about the tool. And I think we put up a channel specific for help for Atolia. Very important information, it's open only to participants. So if you want to communicate to the outside world about your project, please use the Spark board. The Spark board is project-oriented, So you build up your team, you put your IDs, and it's open to the public. So it means you can share your project with colleagues, friends, journalists, your Facebook community, or LinkedIn community, and you will have a chat with people outside the organization. Just as for Atolia, you have a tutorial with my explanations about the Sparkboard, but it's very simple tool. And the two other one, Google Meet and Facebook Stream, as you might have understand, but I say it a third time, Google Meet is for inputs from mentors and Orga team, but also for presentation in the future, will always be recorded. And the Google Meets are first channels for people that are connected on Atolia and that have links. But we'll try in the future to communicate always more on the outside world so that people can watch the pitches, for example, watch the inputs, our mentors live, but everything will always be recorded. Same principle with Facebook Live. I think you already know Facebook Live. Thanks for listening. I hope you get enough information from my side. Feel free to ask questions in the chat box. And I give the word to Marc.
Thanks, JC. Yeah, so hello from myself as well. I will switch to my screen here. Yeah, I just wanted to introduce our great team of mentors to you. We really have, I'm really excited about this. We've really been able to assemble a really cool team of mentors with a lot of experiences in various directions, really from, you know, new work all the way to helping startups with methodology and bringing ideas to life. So I will not do any specific introductions to everybody here because that would just take too much time. We do have all their bios on our website right now at HackathonHome.com. And we are hoping to also be able in the next day or two to post their bios within Atolia so that everything is within the ecosystem. The mentors are really here to help you with their experience and help you forward your ideas. Some of them will give formal inputs as is on the calendar in Atolia, and we're starting with one here right after this. But they're also there to be asked questions. You know, feel free to chat with them on Atolia, tag them in Sparkboard, and hound them for help where you feel you need them. Just be aware as well that they're all volunteers and they're putting in some time for you and for the community. So be mindful of that. And yeah, I would just like to really thank all the mentors to be here and help us make this a great event. Okay, then just a bit of housekeeping. Of course, there's always some rules and guidelines involved in any kind of event. One thing I'd just like to ask everybody is to be kind, okay? In the discussions, when you ask questions, when you comment on things, you know, we're all in a potentially very difficult situation. You know, you never know if somebody has a relative in the hospital right now. So just keep that in mind, okay? Then regarding the platform and how we're going about this, this is open innovation, so it's also shared IP. If you have something that you want to keep for yourself, please don't share it. Otherwise, be prepared for it to be open for the entire team. We will formalize this in the next few days as we go from ideation more into idea development phase. And there will be, of course, a little bit of paperwork. You know, we also know that everybody has a day job either in the home office or elsewhere. So we understand that you can't just make this your full-time life, but we would like to ask that you commit about 4 hours or more per week, just so that projects actually move along. Once teams form, you know, you're totally free to pick your own tools. You don't have to stick with Atolia and Sparkboard and all that. It's just, please come back to communicate with us on Atolia. That's what we'll be using to distribute information within the group of hackathon participants. Our official language is English, and we ask you that you use that on all open channels, just so that everybody has a chance to read and understand what's going on. The few things, of course, that we will not accept, and first and foremost, hate speech will not be accepted. Fake news will not be accepted. If you misuse our platform for any kind of political campaigning, we also won't accept that. And if you, of course, engage in any kind of illegal behavior or distribute illegal content, we also will not accept that. And for that, we, of course, reserve the right to remove anyone from the platform that violates this. Okay, so that was just the housekeeping. Just really quick, we'd like to also thank our supporters, Atolia, of course, who has provided their platform for this hackathon for free. And the Bertelsmann Stiftung, which has helped us, for one, in distributing information about the hackathon, as well as in providing an input this afternoon by Birgit Wintermann. Dynamics is my own company. And then I'd also like Future Impacts. Cornelia Daheim will also be providing an input right following this in onlinerecruiting.net, which is Eva Silz's platform, which also is working on a virtual hackathon format coming up, and Eva will also be available as a mentor. Okay, with that, I would like to thank all of you for being part of this hackathon at home. This is a huge experiment for us. None of us has ever tried to put a format like this together, so keep that in mind as you level criticism at us, but also remember we're always open for suggestions and positive feedback.